It's another Thursday, people. I told y'all, your boy Brian B. Yo, I'm back, baby. I am back, and I'm staying here. I told y'all, I'm coming every week. Yo, we coming every week, and you can see, once again, it's been a while. Hey, yo, wait, it's been a while, bro, that we've had a screen on the screen with the screen in between. What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Brian B. It's me. Yes, and welcome to the B-Line Entertainment Show. It's Thursday. It's where you come on to show up. That's right. You're going to know what it's about. It's your boy, Brian B. We got a guest today. We talking with people today, baby. We back on it. Hey, yo, I want to introduce to you right now. I ain't going to even wait. I'm just going to get going because he want to talk just like I like to talk. I got a guest for you right now. He's a jack of all trades and sorts. It's unbelievable. He's got a very good message. He's doing a lot. And I wanted to have him come on and, give some inspiring message. The world is crazy right now, man. You can't turn around with shit going on. You got to watch your back and your front at the same time and shit. But yo, listen, give it up for my dude, Wade Simmons, everybody. That's right, Wade.
What's good, bro?
How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. Just enjoying this unusual hot weather here in Chicago.
Yeah, we were just talking about it, bro. It's ridiculously hot, yo. I like we need a backpack air conditioner.
Well, we ain't got to worry about going on vacation this soon.
Listen, bro, you on vacation stepping outside right now. But yeah, it's ridiculously hot, man. We were just talking about that B-Line. I don't know what the hell's going on. The world needs to jump in the shower or something. Like it's the sun is baking, bro. We in Georgia. Where are you at over there?
Oh yeah, I'm in Chicago. It's hot here too.
Chi-town. It's hot in Chicago, period, man. Listen, what's up with Chicago, man? That's like a whole nother story, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's Chicago.
Wow,
man. There's a lot happening.
Yeah, Chicago's wild, man. I would love to really sit down and do an actual show about what the hell is going on over there. But
it's still beautiful though. It's beautiful, it has its moments.
Isn't that the crazy thing too? Like it's like literally people get so much like media attention, and that what you see with whatever the news is reporting or whatever like you see on social media, like you start to get like kind of an assessment of what that place is, even if you don't know it. So it's like you can think, just like you just said, like Chicago, I hear this and that. Oh, the army's in the damn streets because it's out of control. And you're like, you live in there, you're like, yeah, whatever, motherfucker. Like, it ain't that bad, So it's like you don't never know unless you're there, bro. People like to gas shit up. But Wade, what's good, bro? Hey, listen, I gotta stop us right here because you already know what time it is. It's the B-Line ENT, and I got something for you. It's called the intro. We doing it right now. Let's go.
Let's make some noise.
Show off, baby.
Fight.
Tonight.
This movie right here.
Signed to a local hot label, Big On Records.
I'm gonna do it later.
Now.
It's the B-Line. It's the B-Line. It's the B-Line. E-N-T.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for the love, for the support. Remember, if you guys want to come on, definitely hit me up. Send me a message on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want to do. I got my links all over the place. Send me an email. I would love to have new talent come on. I'm looking for singers. I'm looking for rappers. I'm looking for artists. I'm looking for people who make snow cones, slushy ice. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever you want to do, whatever your talent is that's unique to you, come on and show off. That's right. It's your boy, Brian B. Like, share, subscribe, tell everybody about what's going on the B-Line Thursday night ENT. Yo, Wade, what's good, man? So we're going to talk about, your trades that you got going on. I mean, you're a very interesting dude. We've been chopping it up a little bit, finding out about each other. So without further ado, tell everybody about yourself a little bit, and then we can kind of, go into details.
So my name is Wade Simmons, named after my father. I mean, grew up, born and raised in Chicago. I am a funeral service worker, also a filmmaker. I'm currently training for pro wrestling.
Listen, Beeline, y'all know pro wrestling on the Beeline. We got a lot of pro wrestling talking to Beeline. Hey, yo, we had my man, Mr. Derek T. Lewis, actor. Derek T. Lewis came on. We did the Royal Rumble cover. My man, Warren Marlowe, the American prodigy himself, came on here and been talking with, Warren's coming back on the Beeline. We're going to do a whole episode we got coming up soon. It's going to be a really interesting episode. Yeah, but, so Wade, first thing, just to kind of jump into it, let's start with the most unusual out the bunch for this show, at least. Tell us about the funeral director business. What's up with that?
So I've been working in funeral service for 11 years now. I started in high school. I mean, it was something I wanted to do as a kid. And, I did go to school for it. But I mean, it's one of those businesses that teach you to appreciate life. It teaches you not to take time for granted, because I mean, even on a good day, things can change. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the reality of it is just you got to make the most of time and don't let time make the most of you. That's one of the biggest things I've learned.
Very true, man. That's a deep statement, yo. And you want to know something? That was one of the things that you said to me where I was like, yeah, I really want to talk to this guy, because, you don't think about it, as much as you should. I read something the other day, and it kind of hit me different than, as I'm getting older, your perspective is changing, life is changing around you. Things that used to be important are definitely changing. You know what I'm saying? Like family, your loved ones, your health, so much different things go into what you never even thought about when maybe you were a little younger. Yeah. Somebody said something and they were like, a lot of times people take for granted the fact that their loved ones get to come back home. Basically saying you go out, your 9 to 5 or to the grocery store or out to the park, whatever, wash your car in the front of your house. When you walk back through that door, it's such a blessing, yo. It should be acknowledged as that, especially with hearing the reports of all the craziness and the devastating, scenarios that are happening. I can't imagine, you know what I mean? That's one of my biggest fears in life alone.
Yeah, man. And I can recall to a time some years ago. I remember we did a service for this one family. I was talking to the son. The mom had that. I was talking to the son. 3 weeks later, I opened up the casket. The very son that I was talking to had passed away.
Damn.
And you see stuff like that a lot, and they kind of make you be like, you can't waste time. A lot of people take it for granted, but we just have to enjoy it while we have it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a really good message, man. I mean, literally, I'm pretty sure a lot of people hear stuff like that, pretty often, a lot of times, especially around, like you said, usually it's funerals. Unfortunately, it's until it's too late. You go to a funeral for somebody, a loved one or a family member, whatever. And then everybody's standing around hey, we should get together. We should get back in contact with
so much time. You hear that so many times. But do people really do it,
That's the thing, man. It's and you want to know something? I'm not even talking about people in that nature either, because I don't mean I think people have full intent to be hey, I do want to get back involved. This is crazy. But then it's it's easy to kind of just fall back in your patterns, man.
Yeah.
Fall back into your situation, to your rat race. It's hard, man. It's hard to think about what's important, because you constantly have to think about what you have to do. You know what I mean? It's a sucky thing, but so like you said, how have, first off, let's start with this question. You said you were doing it since you were a kid. It's something that you always wanted to do. What kind of made you want to get into that field?
Growing up in church stuff, I went to a lot of funerals, and I always said I was going to be a filmmaker. I was going to be a mortician. I remember this teacher named Miss Jackson in high school. She made us write an autobiography about our life. And I remember writing in mine, I was going to be a funeral director and I was going to be a filmmaker.
Mm.
And I ended up pursuing both. But to be honest, when I went to school to be a mortician, you know, each state is different. Like to get licensed in Georgia is a lot different from Illinois. You know, some states have it where you can be just a funeral director, not an embalmer, or you can do both. I went to school for both. Illinois makes you do both, but you know, they got all these tests that you got to take. And, you know, I passed one side of the test, but the other side of the test kind of had me a little, you know, in the jumble. So I'm like, well, in case I don't get my license no time soon, maybe I should go back to school. And so I'm like, you know, it sounded crazy to some people, but I made up my mind to go back to school. And so then I said, well, you know, I got family in the plumbing business. Maybe I'll give plumbing a shot. I went down to Vegas, worked with my uncle. I'm like, look, they good at this. This is definitely not for me, but you know, I appreciate my uncle letting me come work with him. And I'm like, well, if I'm gonna go back to school, I'm gonna do something that I like. But you know, but what really motivated me, I was watching the TED Talk, and this lady was saying like, you know, there is no final draft. You know, kind of like recreate your reality of what you want it to be. And then I took that and I changed it. I said, well, it is a final draft because we don't live forever, but
Yeah.
but you know, but before you get there, you can rewrite your story. And so I decided to go to film school, and I prayed. I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm gonna go to film school. I ended up going to film school, graduated, but I met so many cool people, man. It was like I had a blast.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, so many talented people in that field, man, in that industry. I mean, yeah, I can imagine with like a whole bunch. Just imagine like, you know, all the Steven Spielbergs and John Carpenters, you know what I'm saying? People all around in the same areas, you know, growing up together in the same kind of
Yeah,
industry.
and you know, you know, in school, like right now, we had, well, I graduated now, but there were two twin brothers. I'm still in contact with Ahmed. He's like one that does like my artwork for the poster or whatever. And these are two twin brothers that I really admire because they could draw. I mean, they can draw anything from real people to animation, talented filmmakers. And I mean, everything that they made in school was like very inspirational. I'm like, I'm gonna work with them guys. You know, I met so many cool people, man.
Yeah, it's got to be phenomenal, man. It's got to be one thing. I'm a movie lover, man. That's one of the reasons why I got this. I mean, you see the back wall, like I'm in all different types of entertainment, bro. I love I grew up loving horror movies, superheroes, comics, all of that stuff, man. I was a nerd, and I've always been a nerd, but just not like what you would think of as a nerd, because I was still like cool, had a whole bunch of friends and stuff, but I always was interested in the stories, you know what I mean? Like in the imagination, in the creativity. So it was always a big thing for me too.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh man, you're trying to go. Listen, I want to keep it on you for a minute. We could definitely hit that. We're gonna come right back to that question. I wanted to ask you a little bit more about the funeral directors. I want to get back. You do a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So with the funeral director, you said you got into it as a kid. You kind of wrote your way into it. You saw your path in it. How difficult, man? Like you just told us one story. You've been on the show with us for 10 minutes, like, and I'm like, oh shit, like I quit immediately. But what was like? How do you stay around that much drama, man? And when I say drama, I don't mean like, you know, girls fighting over a boyfriend. Like I mean death, like, you know, the lowest of the low, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure you've came across you know, parents losing children. It's I mean, I can't imagine, bro. How do you deal with it?
Well, you know what I learned is that, you know, when you get up and you put that shirt on, that suit, that tie on, you know, you leave home, and you leave work at work. And the only thing that you bring home with you from work is an appreciation for life. Because, you know, it happens to everybody, family. I mean, nobody exempt from it, but you know, it teaches you not to sweat the small stuff. And for me, what I glean from it, so that I won't bring it home with me, what I glean from it is, you know, wait, whatever you want to do in life, go for it. Like, don't sit around and mope about what didn't work out, what could have been, what should have been, because that's time you'll never get back. You know, you'll never get it back, you know.
Yo, Wade, I'm talking to you for like, we've been having this show, it's been like maybe 10 minutes on so far, man. and you've been dropping some really inspirational, like not even meaning to, but you got a very, very good outlook on how you look at life, bro. I definitely appreciate it because I think a lot of people need to understand a lot of these, like just common, not so much the cliches, but just literally the understanding of, hey man, we all gonna be out of here one day. You
Yeah,
know, use your time, like you said, use your time wisely, man. Take
yeah,
advantage. Don't sweat the small stuff. You know, don't constantly like. There's times, I be having issues and stuff like that. I'm a hothead, bro. Like like I let things do get to me easily. I go off quickly, but I'm trying to get better at it. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to understand more, just simply for the reasons like you just said. Now you can't constantly be mad, man. You can't constantly be ready to explode at somebody. You can't constantly be driving. That's the best time. You driving, you ready to just give
yeah.
somebody the finger immediately. Like, bro, it's like you kind of got to step back and just understand, like, hey,
Yeah.
that's gonna happen.
And you know what we got to look at, like, I mean, I do believe that everybody has the time, but then some deaths are things that could have been prevented.
Hmm.
And it goes back to something you said, like a lot of like violence and stuff, like, people so quick to fight. And a lot of
Yeah,
times people don't think about, like, do I want to walk away and go home? You know what I'm saying?
exactly what you're saying, man. Because I think that that's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. That question right there, where I feel like even when I'm like watching like videos or something like that, where people are fighting or somebody's arguing or there's literally people fighting, um, I'm thinking to myself, like, is there anybody around who's just like, hey, yo, guys, do y'all really want to do this? Like, is this really what you woke up this morning saying to yourself in your head? Like, hey, I'm gonna go and get into a fight with somebody over a parking space in a supermarket. Like, is that what you want? You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't your life be so much
Yeah.
easier if you just didn't do that? And like that understanding, and certain people are just crazy and shit, but for
Oh,
most people,
yeah.
I think that understanding of just like, damn, yeah, really, I nobody
Yeah,
ever
man.
put
I
it that
mean,
way.
because like I recall like years ago, right? Me and my mom were on the northwest side of Chicago, taking the blue line because we got like different colored lines, that represent the train.
Okay.
We on the blue line, and this guy and his wife get into it with some guy. Then he pull out a hatchet and stuff. I'm like, oh my god,
Oh man.
you gotta be careful out here, man. I don't even look at people, man.
Yeah, yo, listen, me too, man. And I don't like I work from home and everything now. Like my whole family's home. We did that, like, just to be more comfortable. Like when we saw the
Yeah,
opportunity with the COVID stuff or whatever, it's more comfortable. I like being around my
yeah,
family more, and all those luxuries. But like you said, when we do go out, man, I'm the protective, like, dad role, and I like to just make sure if I see anybody arguing or even talking too loud, I'm trying to make sure my family, let's go on that side. Like I don't even want to be close to it, man. It's like you said, there's too much sporadic, spontaneous problems that just come out of
yeah,
nowhere. And you don't want to be in the midst of it, man. You want
yeah,
to be
yeah.
away from it, bro.
Because I mean, to be honest with you, like in the last year, we buried so many young people, man.
It's crazy, bro. It's really crazy. It's unfortunate. So many moms, so many dads, losing their kids, and kids not having direction. A lot of
Yeah,
times, I'm saying it now. There's these kids that come to my house now. It's summertime. These kids come outside and they play and stuff like that or whatever. And they always come outside and they ask my kids to come out or whatever. They want to play with my kids and stuff like that. They ring my doorbell every damn day. Stop ringing my doorbell. But even though I want to get aggravated, I do understand they kids. I did it when I was younger. You want to play with the neighborhood kids and stuff like that. But they're out there at 10 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I asked a little girl one time, I was like, hey, it was like, yeah, so what time do you guys got to go inside or whatever? So I was bringing my kids in, and she was like, oh, sometimes we lose track. And I'm like, you out here all day, just out all day. Where, like, I don't know the parents. I'm not trying to knock the parents, but a part of me does say, like, does your moms want y'all to like do something? Do you have some
yeah,
homework you got to do? You got chores you got to do? You got to wash your clothes. Like, my kids is they structure. We try to keep them so it's like preparing them for life,
yeah,
man. Like take care, give responsibilities. These kids is out all day. So it's like, that's what I mean by, I feel like there's a lot of children that even if they have their parents, and I'm not saying anybody's a bad parent or any of that. I'm just saying, I feel like there's a lot of kids who are kind of just going through the motions, man. Who kind of, hey, go out and play. Get the fuck out of here. As long as you ain't here. It sucks, but it's like, I'm not judging nobody, but I'm saying it is out there. And you grow up with, finding maybe the wrong people to be around. And like you're saying, especially in, like you said, like with Chicago, like there's, violence and stuff. I'm from Elizabeth, New Jersey, same shit. I've seen plenty of people fall sideways, you know what I mean? But it's crazy, man. It's not really an answer for it either. It's like, how do you fix it?
And then another thing I recall, like, about how we can't take time for granted. I remember some years ago, right? There was this female basketball player, young lady. I didn't know this girl or whatever, but she had just got a scholarship, just graduated from high school. Maybe even probably could have been going to the WNBA. She died in a car wreck. And I remember when, we went over to the church to set the flowers up and everything, and I didn't know her or her family, but when I went in there, it's like I felt their grief. And it was like, man, I went home, man, and like, normally I don't bring it home with me, but that day like really bothered me. That was one I never forget, man.
That's so much. It's so much, just like with cops, just like with paramedics. That's so much that, no matter what, like I do appreciate you saying like, hey, I don't take it home with me. But some cases just like that, when you just described, like, you can't help it. Like, you're still a human being. Like, you see a little kid in a casket, man. You don't want to say like, I'm going to think about this later and shit. Like, but it's just the naturalness of it, man. It's like, damn, this is horrible, bro.
But another thing that always bothered me too, because like, when you're in a funeral, right? And then somebody that got killed, right? And the minister stands up and say, as please the Almighty God to take out it. And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute now. I mean, the Bible said thou should not kill. I don't think God is pleased with that. I don't think they mean it that way, but I think people should be mindful of what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just get up there and be saying anything over people love one. Like, think about what you're saying, because people are hurting.
Yeah. I think that comforting is what people are trying to accomplish at funerals, man. I mean, way more than me, but I know that, I personally, I try my hardest and not to go to funerals. I'm one of them type of people where I do kind of take on what I see. I do kind of like, if I see somebody getting mugged, I'm calling my girl like, hey, yo, listen, don't do what she did. Like, you know what I mean? Don't walk around that, fuck that side, go that way forever. Like, don't ever do anything else again. So I kind of take it on. So I try my best to stay away from, areas where I'm going to be, in the depths of the situation. And a funeral is one of those. You go to a funeral with people, you see people's death, you start thinking about it, who can pass. I choose to kind of stay away from that. But
I understand, because it can be mentally draining.
It's a tough one. It's definitely a tough one. But you do have to try your best to comfort somebody. I just lost somebody recently to me, man. I lost my brother. I mean, I call him my brother. He's not blood, but I mean, literally, he's my brother. And it sucks, man. It's one of the things where it's like, he was older, and it was very unexpected. But you do have to find the comfort, man. You do have to find the knowledge. You do have to find the ability to say, hey, I know that this is what it is. I know that God's watching over me, called him for whatever reason. And you need that to keep going forward, man.
And you think about it, because I know like one of the, one of the members of my former church, they called her a mother. She lived to be 100 years old, man.
That's such a blessing, man.
Yeah.
Especially in the days we live in, to live that long, all the knowledge and all the problems. I mean, you got medicine and shit like that or whatever, but there's so much that can happen. Go to
church, and she ate a lot of fried chicken too, so I don't know what they be talking about, but
everybody different, bro. Everybody different.
Yeah, I say that ain't nothing but the grace and mercy of God. But I said that to say that it makes you wonder, because some people get 100 years, some people get 90, some people get 70. Some people get 60, some people get 10, some people only
True.
get 2.
Yeah.
You know?
You start to realize why it's important to respect your elders after you go through life, man. After you go, this comedian has said it one time. Bill Burr, my boy, I love Bill Burr, and he was like, man, you go through life and you wonder why it's so like. I'm paraphrasing super hard, but he's like, you wonder why it's so messed up. You know, somebody cheats on you. You know, you lose your job, all that stuff, whatever, and you start thinking about it. And like when he said that, it made me think like as you get older and all this stuff happens in life, and you know you go through this health scare, or you go through, you know, your kids ain't doing right or something like that, or whatever,
Yeah.
going to jail, whatever, and then you live to be 80. Dealing with all this, you didn't get hit by a truck, you didn't have the house fall on you, you didn't, you know, get swept away in a hurricane. You lived on this earth for 80 years with all the shit going on around,
Yeah.
and you survived. You have to respect that, man. I don't care if you're the craziest, most ignorant old person ever. I respect that you made it.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, bro. Yeah, at the end of the day. But Wade, yeah, I mean, this conversation, I'm not gonna lie to you. This conversation right here, I could have the whole show on my other show, the web show. I would love to talk to you on the web show about just like this right here. It's a great topic. Very uplifting and inspirational as well. But I do want to get to, you know, some of your other talents. So let's jump into the filmmaker, because I know we're gonna spend the most time on the pro wrestling. But so filmmaking. So what are you doing with it? You told us how you got into it. So how are you doing with it currently?
Oh man, God is really blessing. I mean, I'm, you know, doing a lot of independent work right now, but I'm eventually planning to move to features.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And
So
I'm making a bunch of shorts now, but I'm planning to move into feature films.
got it. Okay. And so where are you finding like the actors and actresses that you're working with?
Also, I find my talent on backstage. I got a little different technique. I use a combination of family, friends, and actors.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that's smart. I mean, how is it working with the people that you work with? Do you find it easy? Is it a
Yeah.
challenge?
No, I mean, because see, with me, how it happened with me when I was in film school, right? I had planned to do my own web series, and I cast one of the young ladies that grew up with me in church to play, you know, kind of like the lead girlfriend, because she kind of reminded me of what I based the character off of.
Got it.
And you know, the rest of the characters I had planned to use all actors, but only this one actress, well, 2 actors showed up. And the one actress has been working with me for 4 years now that showed up. But she's getting ready to move to Los Angeles now. So I just texted today, like, did you leave?
She's trying to take it on up. That's
yeah. She's doing some really great stuff. But you know, my thing is when people get a better opportunity, why not take it? You know, time don't wait for nobody. So take it. You know,
you're
take
right.
me with you.
That's that's an incredible motto, man. You can use that literally for everything. Time don't wait for nobody. I love that. I might keep that in my head, man.
I mean, even when I meet a little cute girl nowadays, like I don't sweat the small stuff, man. I'm just like, you know, if you want to keep it moving, that's fine with me. Like, just don't waste your time, because you're gonna need it, trust me.
I love this guy, yo. Hey, wait, I gotta ask, bro. I hope you don't mind. I'm asking on the show. I can cut it out if you want.
No, that's cool. I'm an open book.
How old are you, bro?
I just turned 30 back in February.
30. Okay, so we around the same age. I'm about to turn 35 next month, man. I don't even feel it, bro.
But you know, I appreciate it. You know, at first, you know, we get old, but now I'm like, yes, you know.
Yeah. You know, it is kind of comforting when you start realizing like the maturity is setting in. You're starting to get the respect of the maturity setting in a little bit. You can establish the difference between, look at this, you know, immature, you know, person who should be doing something different that I probably fucked up on, and now I'm glad I made it. You know what I'm saying? I find myself saying that a lot. I'm glad I made it.
I am too, because believe it or not, when I was a little kid in Kansas City, I almost drowned, man.
Oh, really?
And and thankfully, by the grace of God, help ended up coming. But I could have been gone as a kid, man. So, to be 30, man, I always say I'm 30 going on 90.
Yo, so how did the incident happen when you almost drowned?
I don't really remember too much of it, but I was a kid. But I just remember, like, man, it's like I was getting ready to leave this earth, man. And I mean, to this day, man, I feel like that incident kind of made me a lot closer to God growing up, and
Yeah,
and made me interested in working in the funeral business too.
That's really interesting. So that must have really like kind of impacted your life and what you did after that experience. I remember when I was younger, we were on vacation, man. I don't even remember how old I was, but we were on vacation and we were swimming. Me and my sister were swimming in a outdoor pool, and my mother and my father, they was like laying on the beach chairs or whatever in the area. They weren't far, but we were in the water, and I remember our feet was like on the ground, but then all of a sudden it wasn't on the ground. So we were young, like we were like maybe six or seven at that point, but I was over there trying to swim, and my sister was in front of me, so I was trying to push her to get back to where she could stand up. But thinking nowadays, like rationally, she's shorter than me, so I was thinking if I push her, maybe her feet will go back on the ground or whatever. So there was this old lady. It was an old lady, and I mean, like she had a freaking. I remember exactly what she had. Black like flower bathing suit on, and she had one of those damn shower caps that looked like she was about to fly a fucking plane in the 40s or something. But she had that thing on, and I remember I was like, and I was holding. I was like, help! I was like, Miss, please help! This is me. I was a little kid. And she looked at me, and I remember her face. She was an old white lady, and I remember her face. She looked at me like she didn't know if I could tell. She didn't know if I was playing or if I really needed help. And then like kind of reluctantly, she reached her hand out to me and kind of just put her hand out, and I grabbed her hand, and I had just grabbed her hand just enough to get to where I needed to be, and me and my sister was able to get on the lounge. And as soon as that happened, I promise you, the lifeguard, because there was one there, got up and came over to me and my sister and was like, "Hey, I saw that happen over there." This is what this bitch said to me. Like, you just made me like completely remember this whole fucking story. She said, I saw what happened over there. I don't remember what she said after that, but I remember the first thing she said, I saw what happened right there. I'm like 7 years old, bro. Yo, we could have fucking drowned. I'm like, like that's what you say? Yeah. You didn't jump in there. That old lady didn't put a little dead ass hand out.
I mean, maybe the lifeguard couldn't swim, man. I don't know.
Bro, I'm sitting there like she came up with the stupid thing on. I was like 7 years old. I think it was Virginia. But yeah, she came over there and said, I saw what happened over there. And then she said something else, like, oh, I think she said something like, oh, stay where you can stand or some shit like that or whatever. Yeah. But you just reminded me, like, yeah, I almost drowned when I was a kid too, man. It's a scary experience, yo.
Yeah, I mean, for years I didn't swim in deep water at all. I mean, my cousin was literally drowning in front of me, right? And I stood, I was like, wait a minute now. There ain't no need in both of us going. So I ran to go get help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes. It's one of those things that once you in it, ain't shit you can really do, man. You gotta hold somebody to help you.
But now, you know what? But see what I did? I learned how to swim real good underwater now, so I'm good.
Oh, you good? Yeah, I know. I swim my ass off, bro. Me and IT Tiff, my girl. Yeah, I love swimming, bro. She super loves swimming, but we love. So I can swim my ass off now, but that's really cool, man, about the film. So it seems like you kind of met a lot of people. You went to school. Like you said. So are you looking to become like a producer?
Oh yeah, producing is my favorite part of it.
Yeah,
producing and writing. I love writing.
Yeah, writing is awesome. I wrote a movie one time when I was younger called Different Locations, and I never did anything with it. But I didn't write the whole thing. It was the premise. I started writing like the beginning of the script. There was two kids, and it was from the hood and shit like that or whatever. And they kind of met. I've read the whole beginning. They kind of met, and they met with a fight. A fight was happening or something like that, whatever. And the boy, they were neighbors. They never talked to each other. And the boy saved them from the fight. And they became friends. And they kind of jumped into the monologue of like, oh, 10 years later. And then they became best friends. And then somebody's parent died or family member died, left them money. So they moved to like, the suburbs and shit. But they were still them. And they, kind of like a How High or like one of them type of scenarios. But I wrote that movie, bro. And I was proud of that damn movie too, bro. It's fun. Being a right. It's so you can do anything, man. A lot of times people watch these movies and stuff like that, and they say, "Oh, this is corny. This is boring." Yeah. And you got to think to yourself, how many of them are saying, "I could have wrote this situation. I could have wrote this better. I could have did that."
But you know what? Like when I watch a movie, I have a very different philosophy. My philosophy is that, because when I was in film school, we used to critique each other films, and you had something. Like, oh, you should have done this, or you should have done that, but I'm like, if you look for fault, you will find.
Exactly.
Definitely. And so when I look at stuff, I try to look at like, why did you do this? Okay, I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
I try to put myself in the person's mind, not in my own mind.
Yeah, that's smart, man. I think that's the best way that you can kind of be. You have to. The shoe on the other foot is like one of the best phrases ever, man, because you really do have to be that way. That is kind of a general, like, bro, you might need to come on the web show, man. Come on the web show, bro, because we got to talk about some shit. Because I'm wanting to stay on the entertainment topic, but this conversation is too good. The shoe on the other foot is such an important phrase, man, or cliche, whatever you want to call it. Because if you can't take time out to try to understand the context or the reason behind why somebody makes a decision or why somebody makes even a bad choice, you're never fully going to correct a problem or understand a problem. You're going to constantly compare it to, I wouldn't have done that. And then that's a lost cause, because now you don't understand or even try to understand why the other person did something. You can never fully know, but if you can at least try to relate, then you can have more of an acceptance to their thought process or what came from it or whatever. Like, we have that conversation a lot, man. It's big for like relationships, like a lot of relationships going in them situations where it's like, you constantly don't understand why the person cheated and stuff. He cheated on me, but fuck him. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then you don't sit back and say, well, damn, I'm not saying cheating is right, but I'm just saying, even though it's wrong, do you take 5 minutes to say, damn, I wonder what made him do that or what made her do that?
And I learned that, you got to let people be themselves. Like, sometimes we have to try to be more understanding, because we take things personal, and I learned don't do that, because again, if you look for fault, you'll find. Very true.
Yeah, it's very, very, very true statement right there. If you look for fault, you'll find. You dropping bombs. We dropping bombs over here, bro. All right, Wade. So we definitely got into the movies. We definitely got into the funeral home. And I do want to talk about pro wrestling. We're going to kind of touch back on a couple of things at the as we go along. But I do want to talk about pro wrestling. So how do you go from funeral director, plumbing, to film, to now we at pro wrestling? This is your boy Brian B. Field right here.
See this picture?
How did that start? Oh, okay. So you was over there. So you was doing amateur wrestling.
I wrestled in high school. Yep. Undefeated, because I only had one match.
Oh, really? Hey, listen, that's a good positive swing on it. Can't stop me now. I only did it once.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
But I mean, it was. I had a lot of fun, but I didn't never think that I would get into professional wrestling. I mean, maybe like as a visitor, or whatever, but make a guest appearance, But what happened was I was planning on making a documentary about pro wrestling. And I reached out to Steve Boz and I talked to him. I'm like, I want to make a documentary, but I was telling him that I used to wrestle or whatever. And he used to wrestle like in WWE and a couple of other places or whatever. But
what's his name?
Steve Boz. He's a really good guy that loves wrestling, man.
Yeah. Steve Boz.
Steve Boz, a very good trainer too.
I gotta check him out.
And
Uh-oh.
Oops, sorry about that.
Lost the camera. It happened before.
Oh yeah, but anyway, he told me like, come on in, check us out. So I went in. He's like, well, when you gonna start training? I'm like, oh, I start next week.
And you did?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, you seem like a very go get it kind of dude, man. You don't let nothing stop you, bro.
Was it to me? My philosophy that if opportunity don't knock, I'm gonna kick the door in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, even if I don't build it, I'm gonna kick it down. But my thing is that if a good opportunity presents itself to me, I'm gonna take it. I don't take life for granted.
Yeah.
And one of my friends the other day, she was telling me like, because we were doing like a little poster for my film project. And she was like, wait, how come you change your mind about a lot of stuff? Like, but like I tell people, it's nothing personal, but like, with me, if you don't get back with me right away, man, I'm thinking about some other ideas that I have. So that's just the way my brain works.
Yeah.
I'm like, time, I keep moving, I can't help it. I think working in the funeral business kind of made me that way, because that's time I'm gonna need when it's time to go. So I'm gonna make it count, man.
Yo, listen, man. Yo, you are a very interesting dude, man. This is a very good conversation right here. I'm about to switch my shirt and shit. Like, yo, man, let's go to the web show real quick. Hey, yo, but okay, that's really interesting. So Steve Boz, so he had, I'm guessing he had like a wrestling school.
Where do you watch AEW?
I occasionally watch AEW. I know a lot about AEW.
Some of the wrestlers on there, he's trained some of them too. Some of them.
Really?
Some of the Chicago talent, yeah.
See, I gotta look in, man. I had Derek T. Lewis, that was what I was speaking about earlier. He came on the show, and he's actually an announcer for the Monster Factory over in New Jersey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he was telling me, I didn't realize how many people came out of the Monster Factory, bro.
Yeah, man.
WWE talent.
Yep.
It's so many people, and I'm from Jersey. Like, that's why I was like, I was interested in learning about it. And but there's so many different promotions, and there's so many different people that people don't even know, like, all the different promotions. The big ones.
What I think? What I think that people realize, like a lot of people think things are out of reach for them.
Yeah.
But what I learned is that there's a lot of great things that happen right in our community. It's just like people that want to be actors, right? A lot of people looking in Hollywood. I mean, most states have plenty of acting opportunities. I mean, maybe it's not as much as Hollywood, but you can be whatever you want to be if you put yourself in a position to become that.
That's very true.
It's not impossible. You just have to, invest your time and money where it's beneficial to you.
That's very true, man. It does make a lot of sense, yo. I was in a movie by accident, like, like almost literally. Like, I had sat there and had somebody come on the show, and we had he kind of hooked me up with somebody that he knew, and he was doing movies in Atlanta. And Carlos Pizarro, he's a producer. He's got a whole bunch of movies on Amazon Prime. He's doing a whole bunch of things. Yeah, Carlos Pizarro. Shout out to Carlos. But he brought me on and had me on his movie Into It. I played it on here, and he had my whole show and everything. That was the first time I was ever in a film, and I mean, it was amazing. Nice. Like, that's why I was asking you about, like, how do you, like, how does your filming go? And because, like, I was hearing stories from him and just different things. Like, it's difficult, man. It's a difficult field. Like, when you watch a movie, it's a lot of stuff that goes into making a movie, man. It's a lot of cooperation that's needed too, that you don't always get.
And like even nowadays, it's even, to be honest, it's a lot more easier for you to do your own thing, but it's a lot more harder to get it out there because it's so many artists out. But I love it though, because it's like, to me, everybody got a chance to make a name for themselves. Like I was listening to Snoop Dogg. I listen to Snoop Dogg. Like, he's kind of like a role model or whatever. I like to hear him talk. And he was saying how, like, with him, like, when he came out, things wasn't like this. It was like people pretty much had to do everything. It was people. But now, because of computers and the algorithm, you pretty much gotta jump in to get in the algorithm.
Yeah. It's
true. You gotta like really like hustle to put your name out there. But I think the only good thing about that is that you don't have anybody blocking you now.
Yeah, you do have a self. You do have a self kind of working organism for yourself if you do work hard enough. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do with this show. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm coming on here, and when I first started, like I had a huge dream with it. Like, and I never wanted to be famous. Like you said, I never wanted Hollywood status. I never wanted to take this and make it me something else. I literally just wanted to get on here and see how many episodes I could do. I don't care if 6 people watch it. I don't care if 4 people watch it. I want to come on here and have people come on, talk. I want to have myself come on and talk and just see how many I can do, man. And you want to know something, like you said, kind of understand where you're trying to reach, man. Understand you don't have to feel unsuccessful because you're not going to Hollywood or you're not going to WWE. You have to understand my success. What I feel good about knowing me doing this show is when I'm going, you know what I'm saying, when my time is up, I got something that my kids can look back on and see their dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got something that people that know me can say, Brian B was crazy, man. Like, I could watch this episode and get reminded. My brother that I lost, like, I had him on this show. And one of the greatest things that I appreciate, you know, thank God for it. He was on the show. We did a whole episode. We talked a lot about stuff. I always have that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's my WWE achievement. That's my damn Hollywood achievement. So you got to understand that.
And you know what I think people look at the road, like they look at famous people, right? And they look at the money and they look at all that. But you know, I respect people like T-Pain who are honest.
Yeah.
And to be honest, you're looking at all that money, but you got to look at like some of the people like in debt.
Yeah. More money, more problems.
And not only that, when you making money like that, you got to keep generating that money, because if not, you got to look at the taxes on. You got to look at how many people involved that got to get paid. So, like you look at like some of the like rich and wealthy people who, you know, you find out like a lot of them go, you know, file for bankruptcy and stuff like. So to me, you know, don't look to just get money, because you can, you know, as long as you're a hardworking person, you can always make some money. So don't worry about that. You know, do what you love and love what you do.
Yeah. Good messages, man. Definitely got some good messages on here, bro.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, can't take it with you. I mean, you know, you got to have a comfortable life while you're here, but you know, don't make money your only drive.
Yeah,
you'll drive yourself crazy. Like, and then if you do get blessed with a lot of money, don't spend it up on houses and cars and all that stuff. Like, you know, use it wisely, because if you don't, it will dwindle. Like, I really think they should teach kids in school how to manage money. Yeah, I mean, they teach them everything else, but they should teach something like that, because that would be more beneficial to them.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we actually, IT Tiff, my co-host who used to do the show with me, is my wife, basically, man. She started a program for our kids where she's teaching them certain things, like you just said, that they don't teach in schools, man. How to garden, how to cook, and how to do certain things that they don't teach in school, bro. Like, they teach you a lot of stuff. I understand there's a lot of students, there's a lot of this. I'm not trying to judge, but you are right, man. One of the most important things, why don't we learn about credit in schools? Like, why do we find that shit out like once we're already in debt? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is something that you don't really know how to fix the world, but there's some certain things you just are like, hey, why can't this change something? And I think that is a good point. But
I mean, because you see so many people go broke not managing money right, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Or like, you know, thinking that they managing money right and really aren't. Mistakenly, you know, and shit. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm rich or nothing, but you know, whatever I do have, I don't tell everybody about that. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
That's right. Yeah, for sure.
To yourself.
Yeah, low profile, man. It's definitely it. But y'all, so to get back to the wrestling, man, I wanted to kind of, you know, give you some more time to talk about it. So what are you trying to achieve with it? Are you trying to, you know, go to AEW, or are you trying to really just enjoy it and just kind of like see where it takes you?
To be honest, you know, I'm doing it because I love it. I mean, you know, it's not so much about going to AEW or WWE. I mean, I really enjoy it because you look at it. I'm at a funeral home pretty much at the weekend. I need a little bit of fun in my life, and that, you know, that's pretty much what it brings to me. You know, it brings me joy, man.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, much power to you, bro. It's definitely been a really good interview getting to know you on here. I mean, I really hope a lot of people watch this and kind of follow you and kind of your mottos and what you're saying. I'm definitely going to have you back on. I want you to come back on the web show. I want to talk about, like, you know, more like what we've turned this entertainment show. I mean, I wanted to talk to you about movies and this and that or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it ain't going to happen all the way.
But you know what? But since you want to talk about movies, I'll say this. You know what movie that really motivated me? Have you ever seen The Bronx Tale?
The Bronx Tale? I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it.
But that's a part of that movie ties everything that I'm doing into one pretty bow.
Yeah.
The main character, Calogero, right? Robert De Niro plays the father. He tells his son in the movie, you know, the saddest thing in life is wasted talent. He tells him that in the beginning of the movie, when the movie ends, it kind of ends with that though, like the saddest thing in life is wasted talent. And that's something that I keep in my mind every day. Like if God gives you a talent, use it. Don't let people stop you from your purpose and destiny. Like, you know, don't be ashamed of it. Like, use it.
Yeah, that's very true, man. That's something that, like, you know, that's spoken just like a damn movie filmmaker. Just getting messages from a damn movie. But yo, isn't it crazy that that's the impact that you know, I come across people that a lot of times they're not into TV, they're not into movies too much. Maybe they're into sports. That's all they really like. Like my boy, all he plays is sports. That's all he watches is sports. Nothing against sports. You know, I love, like, you know, football and stuff too. But what you get from a movie, even though it's imagination, even though it's fake, or a TV show or a good series, or you get different dialogue that you can see that's not what you're living or what you're experiencing. And yeah, it is drawn in, but there's a lot of context in it. You know what I mean? Just like you just said, your movie you just said, it's truth in that statement, bro. It's like, you know, wasted talent. So it's like the best basketball player in the world working at McDonald's. Like, we know you the best. We know you can. We know that there's a dude behind you that's a symphony writer. Like he's Beethoven, music that makes you cry immediately, whatever. And he's you know, stocking shelves at Walmart. Like, wasted. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not reaching your potential that you have, or maybe you don't even know you have, you're not trying for it. Like, what I mean, what are you living for, man? Unfortunately, I'm not saying, like, you know, judging people or whatever, but I'm saying, like, if that's what you've been given, your God-given talent, why are you not accepting it? Why are you not, like, you know, that's another reason why, like, I'm trying to do what I want, like this show here. I want to go to the best of what I feel is good, that I'm good at. Like, I love talking. I love meeting people. I love, you know, sending my ideas out there so people can think similarly or differently in the same way. So I definitely understand. It speaks volumes, man. Really, really speaks volumes. But yeah, man. So I do have a couple of things that I do on this show. One of them is, yep, you guessed it, we got some recommendations. We're gonna keep them brief, man. We actually not gonna do too much. So I do got a movie for you. Tell me if you've seen this movie, all right? So on Netflix, I've watched this movie maybe 100 damn times. I watched it at work one time when I was supposed to be doing a stupid little training thing on the computer. I was cheating, watching movies and shit. But this movie is called Blood and Bone, baby. Tell me y'all heard about Blood and Bone. Blood and Bone came out, I believe it was 2009. It's got Michael Jai White. You know Michael Jai White. He was in Spawn. Why Did I Get Married? You know Michael Jai White, right, Wade? Yeah, phenomenal actor, man, and a phenomenal martial artist, man. So a couple other people in this movie. You have I'm gonna get the names wrong because I didn't research enough. But my man from Hook, yo. Remember Hook with Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman, the Peter Pan, the best Peter Pan story that's ever been told. Wolfio is in it, bro. But he's older now. You know, he's I don't know my man's name who plays him, but he's in it. A couple of people are in it, man. Really, really good movie. It's got a bunch of MMA fighters, and it's basically like a dude, you know, Michael Jai White. Have you seen it? Have you seen Blood and Bone?
I gotta check it out.
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix, y'all. So if you haven't watched it, check it out. It's an incredible action movie, like fighting movie, man. He Blood and Bone, Michael Jai White, that's Bone. And he's kind of like, you never really find out what he does or whatever, but he's just an incredible. I don't want to give too much of it away, but it's a fighting movie. You got big ass not Marvin Sapp. What the hell is his name? He's an old UFC fighter. Damn, I don't remember. I get to think about it right now.
I'm gonna say he's a preacher.
Yeah. Oh, the preacher too? I thought it was a football player. I don't even know. But yeah, Bob Sapp. I knew it was a big dude. Remember you saw The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler and them? You remember the big dude that said, "I think he broke it on purpose." The big dude. That's Bob Sapp. He used to be a UFC fighter back in Pride, stuff like that. So he's in it. It's a good ass movie. Check out Blood and Bone. I'm telling you right now, if you are an action fan or a fighting movie fan, you will not be disappointed at all. Incredible movie. Had to shout that out. But you asked me earlier, Wade, what was my favorite movie? So my two favorite movies that of all time are Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2. I love those movies. When they came out with Bad Boys for Life, I almost want to add that in. But I don't think it's touching Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2, bro. I love it, yo. Martin and Will are my two favorite actors of all time. How about you?
My favorite is the Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale? Yeah, it seemed like that shit spoke to you.
and Neighbors too. I mean, that
Neighbors. That's with Seth, not Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Oh, Seth Rogen and Zac Efron. Okay.
That movie was so funny to me.
That was yeah, that was when they were like the college, they was living next to the college dorm, right? And then they was throwing crazy parties and shit. Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty good. I love Seth Rogen, bro. Seth Rogen and Judd Apatow and all them dudes and Paul Rudd. I love them dudes, yo. 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, Super Bad. Those are my shits.
I love comedy movies because you want to take your mind off life sometimes,
Yeah. Comedy, period, man. I walk around my house. My girl Tiffany gets mad at me, bro, because I be sitting here listening to comedy and they cursing and Lavelle Crawford and TK Kirkland. I'm listening to all day. I take a shower. I thought Lavelle Crawford. That is one of the funniest dudes that I feel like he doesn't get enough respect, yo. Lavelle Crawford is fucking hilarious, man. And I love comedy, man. I love laughing, like you said, just being in a different mind state. I like mindless stuff. Like I like things like that, like especially when a whole bunch of crap is going on. I'll sit back and I'll watch something like The Office. The Office is something I can watch with no problem, no thought process. You know what I've been watching recently, yo? I've been watching on Pluto TV. I watch Pluto TV. I love Pluto TV. Beavis and Butthead. Yo, listen, the stupidest damn show ever, bro. But it's so funny. Like, it's literally the definition of I don't give a damn about nothing. It don't mean nothing, whatever. But I've been watching that, bro. Just kind of like you said, man. Just kind of keep your mind off of stuff, man. Turn the news on.
Now you know what show I love to watch. I mean, it's old, but I love to watch Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Oh man, you going back?
Oh man, that was my show, man.
I used to watch Hanging with Mr. Cooper all the time. I loved Hanging with Mr. Cooper. That was when
a good show, man. That show was funny.
It was a really good show. Mark Cooper is very underrated. He's actually really he's a really good comedian too. But yeah, Hanging with Mr. Cooper was a classic, bro. That's a really underrated show, man. I remember I used to watch Hanging with Mr. Cooper the most at night. It used to come on like late at night or whatever. I used to wake up. I was one of them kids that I woke up in the middle of the night and turned on TV. When I was in elementary school, I used to wake up and I watched Three's Company. I was just having this conversation. I watched Three's Company. Then Mr. Belvedere used to come on. I used to watch Mr. Belvedere. I watched all the old school stuff, bro, because he's come on like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but like as a filmmaker, you should watch a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
you can always learn from it.
Yeah, for sure. Different perspective, different styles. Yeah, different ways of thinking for sure. I can imagine, man.
Yeah, I love Sanford and Son too, man. That's my
Yeah, I never really got into it, but what I see every time I see something from it is funny. So I'm like, yeah, it would be something that I could probably get into.
Well, you know, Red Boxer, Matt. It's somebody I know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You seem like you got a lot of interesting situations, man. A lot of interesting stories and shit. But hey, man, we're gonna go ahead and we've been talking for a little while. I don't even know how long, but we've been talking for a little while. It's been a really good episode. I usually try to keep the entertainment shows kind of short. I want to get into we got to do another thing. You know, we got to do our top 5, and we definitely going to show off. I got a surprise for you with showing off today, though.
Okay.
But all right, y'all, let's get ready for the top 5. Listen, today we doing, to keep in honor of Mr. Wade here and his wrestling journey that he's doing, we're gonna do the top 5 favorite wrestling moves. That's right. When you're grabbing them, you got the headlock on them and shit, and you hold them. Listen, if you're a boy, I don't care whether you inside or outside, if you had a dog, a cat, a rabbit, whatever you had, you was practicing wrestling moves on that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Am I the only one? I wrestled everything in my fucking house. I don't care what it was. Couch cushions, food, whatever it was. But top 5 favorite wrestling moves. Coming straight out your boy Brian B. So number 5, we're gonna start with. See if you can relate to me, bro. We're gonna start with the Swanton Bomb, bro. The first time I saw Jeff Hardy hit the Swanton, I was in love. I was trying to do that shit off my bunk beds in my house. I had my toys. I was playing with every Batman, Spider-Man. Everybody was swantoning people, bro, when they was fighting or whatever. I loved it, Hardy Boys are my favorite tag team of all time. But I love that move. It was so elegant how he did it, bro. It wasn't even like, you know who else I love who does it? Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens is a big dude, but he does it so like Kevin Owens is a fucking phenomenal wrestler, bro. Like he's one of the dudes. I feel like Kevin Owens could step up, and if they let him loose, I feel like he could be another Stone Cold, bro. Like, I mean, literally, he got the talk for it. He's got the character for it. I think that if they let him off the leash, Kevin Owens would be fucking phenomenal, bro. But yeah, Swanton. What's your 5? What's your number 5, man? I know you got some weight.
F5.
What is it?
The F5, Brock Lesnar. F5.
Oh, the F5. Oh, the F5, you like that shit? Oh, I mean, it's a good move, I guess. I mean, Brock Lesnar. Remember when Brock Lesnar first came out, bro? When he first came out with Paul Heyman, and he was just this ridiculously beast of a dude, bro. It was like he walked out, and this nigga had no neck, because his shoulders was on his freaking thing.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar was a monster, bro. And I remember when I first saw him, it was like, I think it was on like SmackDown. And he walked in the ring and he just picked the dude up. And when I tell you, like, when you take a thing and you like do a helicopter thing or whatever, and just go, he just took this, just fucking threw this nigga.
I mean, he been using the F5 for the longest though,
Yeah, he has. Yeah. He has for a long time. I didn't even know he was in OVW when he was partners with I think Shelton Benjamin.
Where they all pretty much started, like on the independent scene.
Yeah.
That kind of
It's crazy that there's so many different people. I saw a picture today. I think I saw a picture with Al Snow and Kane was like a tag team or some shit like that or whatever. Or I don't know if they were just tagging for a match, but Al Snow and Kane, bro. And Al Snow had like a mask on, and Kane had just he was just Kane. Like he looked like the dentist, the doctor dentist or whatever. Yeah. He looked like him, but he just had black trunks on. I was like, damn. Like, we watched these people growing up, and that was like the Attitude Era was like, our time.
The best.
Yes, bro, the best. And you don't realize they came just like the independent guys are coming today. Those guys were independent at one point too. But phenomenal. All right, so you said F5. I got the Swanton. So we're gonna jump into number 4. Number 4, I got the Jackknife Power Bomb, done by your boy Kevin Nash Diesel, baby. The thing I loved about the Jack 5 Power Bomb, I love power bombs. Like power bombs, that's another move I was trying to do that shit to everybody. Double power bombs, all of that. But I loved how Kevin Nash, He got you up, and Kevin Nash is like 7 feet tall, whatever. He picked you up, had you up for the power bomb, the jackknife, and just dropped your ass. Like it wasn't enough for him to like throw you down. He was like, listen, you up here? Dude, hit that floor, nigga. I love that damn move, yo. So the jackknife, that's me. What's number 4 for you, bro?
Frog Smash, Eddie Guerrero.
Frog, oh man, yeah, classic Frog Splash, man. Yeah, Eddie had a great Frog Splash, yo. Eddie Guerrero was an incredible wrestler, bro. And you wanna know what's crazy? I was a hater, bro. I was a little bit of a hater when they started trying to make Eddie Guerrero into a like a heavyweight title contender, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna act like I wasn't. Him when they was making Rey Mysterio, and I love Rey Mysterio, I love Eddie Guerrero. But when they had them going for the damn WWE title and shit, like I was like, bro, you fighting Batista, you fighting JBL, like these big ass. I remember one time it was like a match with Rey Mysterio versus Big Show. And remember that, a Great Khali or something? I was like, come on, it's not even believable anymore. What the fuck are y'all doing? I was like, yo, please. I can't even watch this shit. But Eddie Guerrero, yes, Frog Splash was untouchable, man. Now you gotta be honest. Montez Ford, bro, Street Profits. You see his Frog Splash and how he does it. He leaps like a basketball player, bro.
Oh man, he's awesome.
He is an incredible talent. The sad thing is, and I'm not trying to take any thunder from anybody. I'm just going off. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm just thinking out loud. He's one of them talents, bro, that I feel like is going to be phenomenal, unbelievable wrestler, but he ain't going to go nowhere, man. As far as like, hitting like a title picture, like, with whatever, because I feel like WWE doesn't really do a good job with establishing those kind of talents, man. I could be wrong, but I mean, it just hasn't been a good track record. I'll be honest.
I mean, hopefully they get better. Hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, I hope so. I hope that there's a lot of scandal out with WWE right now. I don't know what the hell's going on with that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But Montez Ford is he's incredible, man. Every time I watch his matches, I mean, he's not a small dude. Like he's a strong dude. Like he flips, he jumps. So I mean, he's an incredible athlete. And I just wish that I don't want everybody. I'm not one of them type of dudes who wants everybody to be a fucking heavyweight champion. Like you need the good intercontinental champions. You need the good tag team champions. But I just want the opportunity to be there for the dudes who are phenomenal. Not the same people having the same match every 5 minutes, man. WWE needs some new writers or some shit, bro. We need to go try out. Like because it's like the same shit every day, bro. I think Becky Lynch and Asuka fought for the last 4 main events of Raw in a row, man. It's like, I don't got nothing else y'all can do. That shit be corny. But all right, so you got the Frog Splash. That's a great one, yeah. Eddie Guerrero's Frog Splash was great. What about RVD's Frog Splash?
Yeah, he was
5-star. And he always injured afterwards. Oh, damn, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
All right, so number 3. Here we go. Number 3. This is a move that everybody on the planet doing now. But one dude really, really, really sold it, and it was his finisher. The sweet chin music, baby.
Oh, Shawn Michaels.
Moving up the pan, baby. Listen, I don't know how many people in my damn lifetime I hit with the sweet chin music, man. I used to love. And it was like, it wasn't just the kick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody does the super kick now. Super kick party. You got everybody. Usos. I love the way the Usos do the super kick. And I love the way Carmella does the super. Yo, she's phenomenal with her kick. But Shawn Michaels, you hit that shit, tone it up the band, and then he go and he hit the catch that motherfucker. Boom! I remember it was the one time Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels. I don't know if this was before WrestleMania when they fought with Mike Tyson as the referee. Stone Cold was on the stage, and Shawn Michaels came out and hit him with the damn sweet chin music and knocked Stone Cold ass. I mean, I don't know if it was real, if he connected too hard, but it looked like he knocked his ass out, bro, like a punch. He kicked his ass in the jaw. I was like, damn, that's a phenomenal move. What about you, man? I got Sweet Chin for number 3. What you looking like?
So my number 3 is not a finishing, but it was Road Dogg's punch. I call it the Road Dogg jab when he used to.
Oh, you talking about, hold on, you talking about the shake, rattle, and roll, baby. That's like a homage to Dusty Rhodes though, because Dusty Rhodes had the elbow, remember the bionic elbow, whatever. Yeah. I love this. No, the shake, the shake, rattle, and roll. Yeah, that was the shake, rattle, and roll, and then he had the shaky leg knee drop. Remember when he got off the ropes and he did the thing? Wrestling was, listen, I didn't care that you weren't flipping and doing all this stuff. I like it. It's good. You spots and all that shit you're trying to make or whatever. But back in the day, it's like, you know, if it wasn't
storytelling, and it was good.
Yeah, man. The characters, the story, like the Godfather coming out with the whole train and Val Venus and the Nation. And I mean, it was like there was just so many good characters. They could literally just be in the ring, you know, clotheslining and punching each other, and then when they move, I was satisfied.
I mean, even the jobbers were pretty cool. Like, I don't know if you remember Funaki.
Oh, every time here, B-Line. Listen, this is a damn a message about Brian B right now. Every time I watch a WWE premium live event, whatever you call it, I say when the announcers teams, when they go through and they do the announce, because Funaki's a part of the Japanese or Chinese announce team. Every time he comes on, me and my son, we go Funaki. I love Kai and Tai. Oh, listen, bro. Hey, Wade, listen, you got me amped up, bro. I'm over here. This is my shit. I told you this is my shit right here. Listen, Wade, you remember what's Kai and Tai's best story in WWE, bro? Come on, you gotta remember, bro.
I had to think about that one.
I don't got to think. Listen, this is the best shit I ever heard in my life. I was like,
because really Funaki got beat down a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying. This was I was like 11 years old, and I'm sitting there watching wrestling. This is WWE. This is fucking Raw, and there was in a segment with Val Venus, and Val Venus had went and got Taka Michinoku's sister or his daughter, something or whatever, and he was like messing with her. He was trying to like sleep with her and shit or whatever. So they took off, and the guy came out, whoever the manager was for Kai and Tai, and he came out and he said, "I choppy your pee-pee." That was the funniest shit. I remember being like 11 years old. And then they had caught Val Venus right there, got him. They jumped him. The whole Kai and Tai jumped him. And they took him in the back. And this nigga had a sword chopping off his shit. Wrestling was the greatest shit in the planet back in the day, yo. There was nothing better than that. All right, let's run through these last two, bro. We got I said Sweet Chin. You said what was your favorite your number 3?
That was the shake, rattle, and roll.
Shake, rattle, and roll. That's right. Okay, so you said that one. All right, so my number 2 is a classic, one of the best moves of all time, the choke slam, baby. I love the choke slam. I love every version of it. I love how, you know, Kane was my favorite choke slam of all time, yo. Kane used to pick dudes up and just one arm throw their ass through the ring, bro. I love Kane's choke slam, bro. Undertaker, of course, Big Show choke slam, the show stop. I don't know. He used to hold you up and then kind of just fall with you and shit. I like when people getting jacked up, bro. I don't want. What about you, man? What's your number 2?
Get the table. The 3D.
Get the tables. 3D, baby. Usos tried to bring that shit back to talking about the 1D, the one and done. I mean, I'm glad that somebody doing it, but the 3D ain't nothing like the 3D. Devon, get the table. That shit was, listen, remember when he power bombed Mae Young's old ass through the table?
Oh man, Mae Young was something else, man.
I love Mae Young. She brought so much like comedy to damn wrestling, bro. She was phenomenal, man. She was like 90 years old taking power bombs. But all right, what's your number 2? Oh, you said 3D. I'm bugging. So we got number one. You ready? I'm gonna let you go first on this one. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
Samoa Joe, TNA, the Muscle Buster.
Oh, damn! You talking about what messed up my man Tyson Kidd, man?
Put your head right here.
Yep, your legs. Listen, that was a move that I saw. The first time I saw that damn move was in the wrestling games. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, the first thing I saw when I saw it, I was like, listen, ain't nobody ever gonna do that shit. This is a made-up move. But now, you know what I'm saying, he was over there doing it. And that's what jacked up Tyson Kidd, man. That jacked up his neck. They banned it after that shit. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, but that was a crazy ass move. I thought that was a damn, what's it called? But so if you
that move will finish you for real.
Oh yeah, apparently. Like my favorite move of all time. Come on, bro. The favorite move of all time is the Stone Cold Stunner, baby. When I went to middle school, all right, I was in middle school. That was the height of 1997, 1998, the height of WWF attitude, all right? When I tell you, we used to have locker room brawls at gym, table matches at lunch, bathroom, boiler room brawls in the middle of the day. Everybody ass was getting stunned, man. Stone Cold Stunners for the whole damn planet. That's all I did was sit there and wrestle with people. We was making belts. We had a phenomenal time doing that shit. But yeah, I miss stuff like that too, because that was another thing that was so much fun about, like, you know, the wrestling and everything like that was, you know, doing the moves and everything. My favorite wrestler of all time is Stone Cold. Okay. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold, what's your top five? You got a top five wrestlers?
Well, number one is Kane.
Kane's number one. Okay. Kane is up there with me too. I got Stone Cold, The Rock, The Undertaker, Triple H, and Kane. So Kane's my fifth. I love Kane, man.
So I got Kane that one. Roman Reigns at two.
Oh damn! He said Roman. Okay.
CM Punk at three.
Brock?
No, CM Punk.
Oh, CM Punk. Okay.
And then female will be Billy Starks on the independent scene.
Oh, really? Okay.
Jazz.
Oh yeah, I remember Jazz. Jazz was pretty good. Jazz was tough as shit. Yeah, Jazz was tough as shit. I didn't know she was married to Rodney Mack. He's still wrestling.
Yeah, I remember Rodney. Yeah, but then I gotta throw MVP in there too. I can't
MVP. I love MVP as he was a good wrestler too. MVP is he seemed like a really good dude, man. He seemed like he's very good for the business. Like he seems like he came from the Monster Factory too, I think.
And I can't leave out the road though. I mean, he man.
Yeah. New Age Outlaws. New Age Outlaws is my second favorite tag team of all time, bro. Hardy Boys and New Age Outlaws. I love them, bro. They're phenomenal. Every time you think of their matches, it's just classic, bro. When I think about them fighting Mick Foley and Chainsaw Charlie, remember Cactus Jack? Remember they threw him in the trash can and threw the trash can off them? Bro, wrestling listen, you quit your job to watch wrestling. Wrestling used to be fucking phenomenal, man. But now it's like, oh man.
You remember the DX tour bus?
Oh man, yeah. That was like later DX. Like I like that DX too. That was the bad DX. But my DX was when it was X-Pac, Triple H, and the New Age Outlaws in China, bro. That was my DX. Yo, I love that. When Triple H used to go and fight, and they used to fight the Nation, and Triple H would fight The Rock with the ladder match at I think that was Royal Rumble for the Intercontinental. It was, bro, it's phenomenal, man. It's just incredible. Like people don't even remember that the DX started with just Shawn Michaels, Triple H in China, man. What's it called? And Rick Rude.
Yeah, it was somebody else in there too.
Yeah. Rick Rude at first, and then Rick Rude left and China came in. But it
was a strong woman, man.
Bro, yeah. And you didn't know, well, I mean, people didn't know at first, but China and Triple H were together. I never would have thought that, because China was brawlic looking, bro. She was a beast. But she was awesome, man. China was awesome. That's definitely one of my favorite female wrestlers too. China was
Kane, but I guess Kane is the top. But you know what? I got love for Chris Jericho too.
Yeah, Chris Jericho. Yeah, he's a legend, man. Jericho is going to be definitely one of the greatest of all time that you definitely know about.
I mean, Chris Jericho in the class. Oh, he in the class all by himself. I mean,
Yeah.
He really loves what he does.
I agree with that. Chris Jericho, and Matt Hardy are two people who can reinvent themselves at the drop of a dime, yo. At the drop of a dime, and make a character that you not only want to watch, but you don't even miss the old him. Like you like, oh damn, I like this new one. Like I don't even care that he's not the old thing anymore. Like, they're phenomenal, bro. I love wrestling, bro. I've been watching wrestling my whole life, man. I am kind of sad about the new kind of way it is now. It's kind of weird.
The best thing they got going is Roman Reigns in WWE.
Yeah, Roman is good, but I mean, I'm just saying, I am kind of getting tired of him. Just kind of is the reason why it gets boring, man, because WWE, and they also have this thing where it's like, it's not fun when only one person is winning, bro. It's no matter how you look at it. Roman Reigns has literally beaten the whole damn locker room, yo. And that's not even an exaggeration. That's real.
I
like
mean, even Brock Lesnar. I mean, you know,
I'm saying
he's been to Suplex City and still won.
they doing Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns again. And I know it's because the Randy Orton thing or whatever. I think the plans was for Randy at SummerSlam. But I mean, I would take anybody, bro. I'll take what's his name? Theory. I'll take anybody, bro. Like, I'm just tired of seeing them do the same fucking matches over and over again, bro. I mean, it's stale, yo. It's like, why am I gonna buy this pay-per-view to watch the same thing when I watched it 6 pay-per-views ago? Or 3 pay-per-views ago, really.
Now, what I would love to see is Brock versus Bobby Lashley again.
Didn't they destroy that? That could have been one of the best matches of the year, yo. Brock versus Bob. I mean, I wanted to watch that when I first heard Bobby Lashley calling out Brock Lesnar. I wanted to watch that shit. I mean, I wouldn't have minded if they would have just really let them niggas go at it, bro. Yeah, like that would have.
I mean, Brock is in the class by himself too.
I'm saying, yeah, Brock is a whole nother animal, man.
Suplex F5s all day.
Yeah, he's a whole nother animal. But yo, listen, because I'm a UFC dude. I love Ultimate Fighting and MMA. Who do you think really would take in an MMA fight though? Because Bobby Lashley, an MMA fighter too, and I think Bobby Lashley had a pretty nice MMA record. I think Bob might take Brock in a fight, bro.
I think so. I think so too.
Yeah, I think so, man.
You know what? But you know, I really think Brock's changing move from the F5 and call it the F5 because he put you in the air, man.
Damn helicopter suspend your ass, like man. For real.
That's what I would call.
Yeah, I feel you. But hey, wait, man. We literally chopping it up, man. I kind of forgot we was on the show. We just talking shit, and I love it, bro. Hey, yo, it's been great. Listen, Beeline, I love you guys so much. Listen, I do have something for y'all because you is the Beeline Entertainment Show, right? So we gonna show off. Hey, yo, check out some footage from my boy right here, Wade, showing off in his wrestling. What does he call it? Why am I about to call it the wrong thing? This is his he's wrestling, he's training, doing his wrestling training. Yeah. He's training, man. He ain't training for nothing. He just training because he loves it. And it's relieving your stress, relieving your thing. Yo, wait, I'm gonna do this on closing, man. I'm gonna let them see you training at the end of the video here. Thank you so much for coming on today, bro. You've given a very, very, very good perspective to a lot of different ways to see things in life. I think it's been amazing, man. Even me got me thinking about different things, maybe handling things a little bit differently than usually the way that I do. So thank you so much for coming on, man. I definitely want you to come back on to our other show and talk a little bit more about some things. But anything in closing, bro?
Oh yeah, I would just always say this, man. You know, time don't wait and neither should you. So put God first, pursue your dreams, and treat people right.
Yeah. Good message, man. Phenomenal message, bro. It's been a pleasure having you on today. But Beeline, that's our time. You know what time it is. It's time to show. Thank you guys so much. Check out my man Wade. Follow him online. We'll have all his descriptions underneath here. He'll be back on the show talking with us. Hey, yo, till next time. I love you.